Let's understand the concept of industrial purpose land. Let's say there were two people, A and B. Again, on 31/3/2009, A bought a plot of land, plot A, which was to be used for residential purposes, and B bought a land which was to be used for industrial purposes. Okay? Let's say the date of construction completion in both these cases, let us take the date of construction of completion be equal to okay, let's take it 31/9/2012. Okay, now you have to find out what's the position of these plot from wealth tax perspective. Okay, now how many valuation date does fall between the date of acquisition and the date of completion of construction? This was bought on 31/3/2009, so the date will be 31/3/2009, 2010, 2011 and 2012. Now, insofar as plot A is concerned, it is to be used for residential purposes, right? And we know that an urban land which is to be used for residential purposes is an asset for wealth tax purposes, right? So assuming that land is an asset, it would fall within the definition of asset. Okay? Now, even on 31/3/2010, it will fall within the definition of asset. Here also, right? But if you were given that you have to see this on 31/3/2013, here basically there's a building which has been constructed on this particular plot A, right? So the building plus land appurtenant will be an asset. So residential was simple. Let's see industrial. For industrial, we know that there is an exemption. What does this exemption say? The exemption says that unused land is not an asset, but for how long? 2 years from acquisition date. Now this is an industrial purpose land, so it will be covered within the definition of this from the acquisition date. So the acquisition date was 31/3/2011. So 31/3/2011. 2 years from the date of acquisition, which is 31/3/2009, will be 31/3/2011. So up to this date, this will not be treated as an asset. So the first valuation date will be this. So it is not an asset. Right? 2010, again, it is not an asset. Right? 2011, now this is what becomes a little dicey. So how do you count 2 years? So you can give a note that it has been assumed that this was purchased at the last moment and may try to take a benefit over here. But 2012, because 2 years have elapsed, therefore this land will become an asset. Right? So on 2012, this will become an asset. Right? But what happens on 31/3/2013? Now this is interesting. So B acquired a land for industrial purposes, right? He constructed a building on it, right? So what will happen after that? After that, what will be formed as on 31/3/2013 will be a building plus land which is used for business, right? And if they are used for business, then it is not an asset, right?